Hey there, friends. Nibs again. Out here in the garage tonight, doing a little bit of goofing around. It is actually very, very windy outside. It's almost dark anyway, so I wouldn't be going to the range. But man, we got winter bearing down on us again, calling for snow the next couple of days. Unbelievable. It's been t-shirt weather last few days, and now we're talking about snow again. But anyway, got a cool mail call for you guys. Some really cool stuff. Some stuff came in yesterday, and then the rest of it came in today. Most of it came in today. But we're going to go ahead and so the first thing, just to remind everybody, I have got a couple people that have sent me some money to get some of my walnut and steel swag. Merch, I guess you'd call it. So one of those was for a t-shirt, and the other one is for one of the coffee mugs for the channel. If you're interested in anything like that, hit me up at my email address down in the description. I haven't ordered any yet, but I can get hoodies and sweatshirts and hats and anything else you might want. We can work something out. Shirts have been selling really good. I've sold a couple of mugs, not too many, but it's not really all about that. I'm just, if somebody wants something like that, I can get them. So, but anyway, that is a good segue for this package. Let me get this open here and show you guys what we got going on here. I opened up a package like this a week or so ago. I do have a kind of a public appearance coming up soon. I don't think I'm all that, but it's going to be a lot of fun. But coming up here in the near future, and I'm not going to say exactly when I'm going to be gone, but I am going to be attending an air gun show down in Pennsylvania, and I wanted to have some swag to bring along. So I've got gray ones, and I've got I think I only got one black one brand new to sell, but I've got some gray t-shirts and some red t-shirts. So that's 4, 6, 8, and 10. So got 5 larges and 5 extra larges to sell. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Seeing everybody down there at that show. Next one here is something really cool from Buckrail. Had a really good month with Buckrail this past month. Everybody's been using my Buckrail affiliate link, and I really appreciate that. That's also, you can find down in the description my Linktree account, and if you use that to buy anything from Buckrail, I'll get a little bit of a extra bit from that. So what we have here is Terry has finally released his collet suppressor, and let me grab, this is the new one over here. So this is the collet suppressor that he has put out. I actually have a prototype one that's on my complete, if you guys are interested in getting some, not complete, Iconics, Umarex Iconics. Everybody's having a hard time finding a suppressor, but this suppressor that Terry has developed here he has different size collets to go around, as long as you got a nice straight barrel and you can measure that. He has 11 and 12 and 14 and 15, 16, 17. This is a Crossman 2240 build that I did with, I think, a 20-inch barrel or 22-inch barrel. But these are 11 millimeters, so you get 11 millimeter collet, and that slips right on there. And I asked him if he would send over a set of the collets. I told him which ones I needed, but he just sent all of them instead of. So we've got an 11, and a 12 and a 14. What else? So I've got a couple of different, like the Beeman PCPs. Some have 14, some have 15 millimeter barrels. So we've got a 15 millimeter. We've got a 16 millimeter. I'm not sure if I'll ever get up to some of these other ones, but there's the 18 millimeter that would go with the Iconics. We've got a 20 millimeter. So when he first put this out, all he had was like 11, 14, and 15. And then we've got a 22 and a 24. So got the full set. I said it'd be really cool to have them to try to experiment and see what I can make this fit on. So he sent that over. He is working on right now also an adapter that has the collet end that allows us to mount the buck crony up to that same collet system. So that buck crony can be adapted to a myriad of different barrel sizes and types. All right, so now I've got a little mystery package here. This is coming in from return address, fellow's name's David. I'm not exactly sure who this is coming from. So if this is something not good, maybe I'll have to cut this part out. But we'll see what it is. And it showed up at my work. So I'm not sure who. I'm not even sure it's air gun related or gun related. So, but if it isn't, like I said, I'll just cut this part out and you won't even see it. So, oh, what is this? This is odd. It's a little wooden box, a little wooden case or something. Hope it doesn't have any, somebody's, pinky or something. All right, we got a note down here. Let's see what this note has to say. So, to Nibs, this box is for your ammo at the range, so you don't have to put it on the bench. Good shooting, rimfire. Okay, Rimfire Dave. Okay, now I know who it is. Rimfire Dave. Check out his channel. Just getting started, but really cool. Yeah, it is empty. No fingers. But yeah, I can smell it's nice little. Did you make this, Dave? Pretty cool construction for sure. But nice little magnet, and so I can dump my 22 rounds out and put them in here instead of having them roll around in the dirt on the bench. That is really awesome. So thanks, Dave. All right, we only got one more box here to open up, but really, really cool. Should be a really cool addition to the air gun collection. So I've had this is an underlever. Let's get it out, I guess, before we get too far down talking about it. This is an underlever that I've seen it a few times pop up in my Amazon account. They suggest things that you might want but I've had other things. Ooh, she's pretty heavy though, that's for sure. All right, so it's coming from Pyramid Air, and I'll talk about that in a minute. A very interesting but what we have, and the sticker for the boxes. Ooh, listen to that wind. I've seen these around. These actually were distributed under a couple of brands, but this is a Xisico XS46U. This is an underlever. I think they came in 177 and 22 caliber. This one's in 22 caliber. It is interesting that this was listed on Amazon as a JTS product. And I have seen, when I did a little bit of research about it, I did see that other people who were reviewing it years ago also listed it as a JTS Xisico. But when I go to the JTS website, they are not currently listing any of the Xisico products anymore. So I don't know what's going on there. They're not listing this rifle anymore. So that is kind of an interesting little bit of. So we have a. But from what I've seen, they seem to be a fairly nice little rifle, though. Like I said, it's pretty beefy, pretty heavy. These underlevers do tend to be heavy. I've got a couple over here, so when I saw this, I'm thinking about getting a few more underlevers. And I have and I have them sitting right over here. I have the Norica Dream Hunter. I think that's what it is. Oh, this is a nice looking stock. Certainly is a lot nicer looking than the picture of the one online, for sure. But there you go. That is my XS42 or 46. Nice looking sights. Got a nice little rail adapter on there. So now this guy is a underlever and has the infamous chamber that you want to make sure you hold the rod down while you're loading it up. But let's take a look at these other ones. So when I saw this, I started my wheels in my head started turning and thinking that I could do some comparisons with. So that one is like super ultra budget, like 150 bucks, 160 bucks. But we could compare it. I've got this Norica Dream Hunter, which is kind of a middle of the road. It's like 250, 300 bucks or something like that. 200 bucks, I don't remember, but this one actually is a 177 caliber. Let me see, I gotta get some pellets out, I guess, if we're gonna shoot any of these guys. So there's some 177s, and here's some 22s. But the Dream Hunter is kind of a middle of the road. And you guys have seen me shoot that on the channel before, but a little bit more of a beast to cock. But this one doesn't have a finger pincher here. It actually has a little flip up door there, so you can return that and don't have to worry too much about even if it released, it would just blow a puff of air into your finger. But so then you close that down, and now you're ready to automatic safety. But not bad, not bad. So we'll compare that. So that's kind of a middle of the road, like I said. And then I just recently purchased this lovely, lovely gun, which is a 22. This is a Air Arms TX200. Let me open up the pellets for this. Obviously, you guys know that is like about as high end as you can get it in a Springer, really. And it is a nice gun. Almost unfair to compare them. What was about a $700, $800, $900 gun to one that is like a $200 gun, but we're gonna do it. Oh, what? Oh, I hadn't pulled it for the last click. All right, so I'm still set up for 25 yards here. That's better. And both of these are are sighted in for 25 yards. That's why they're hitting a little low. All right, so let's look at this Xisico again. That is a really nice looking stock for the budget friendly that it is. And we'll be doing a much better review on it down the road. But so this one here has a little catch here that you have to pull this down a little bit to release the cocking lever. Super easy to cock. Wow. I wonder what the power is going to be like on it. All right, here's so it's got this lever back here that you'd think was the safety, but that's actually how you release the anti-bear trap mechanism. And then you also have an automatic safety down inside the trigger guard. A little loud, but not too bad. Probably be okay for shooting in the backyard or whatever. We'll definitely get a scope mounted up on here. And even though it has an anti-bear trap, you really always want to hold on to this lever, because if that breech were to come flying forward while your finger's in there putting a pellet in there, it probably would not end well. But all right, let's do one more shot and then we'll get out of here. Just a mail call for tonight. Oh, automatic safety got me. There you go. Really pretty cool. Not too bad a trigger. I don't know if it's adjustable at all or able to be tuned up at all, but it's not too bad right off the bat. But I guess I read this as a beach stock, which is typical for these budget friendly things. But Xisico, I've got a couple of Xisico air pistols, but I don't have anything else from Xisico yet, so it's going to be interesting to try it out. So far I like the way it looks. Ought to be a lot of fun. Hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.